honored to be here and share a little bit about our story. We've been talking today about changing markets. And when you think about changing markets, you can get really caught up in the innovation, all the things that are coming. But you also need to think about how do you create a new mindset for your teams to follow, a new mindset that helps them embrace and work in those changing markets in a different way than they have in the past. And so that's really what I want to share with you today is how we're doing that at Safelite. As Pat mentioned, we are going through a transformation. That's part of it. We are an innovative company. Safelite's been around for 75 years. We moved to Ohio in 1990. And we really are an organization, though, that has really always acted like a startup. Who knew a windshield replacement company could be digital first in 2018? I didn't. We just started, and it ended there. We continue to use AI and machine learning and invest in those tools. We've never really thought of ourselves as a windshield company. We've become much more of a technology company. And yet we employ 17,000 associates. 78% of those are frontline, replacing windshields, repairing windshields. I think you may know our jingle. Anyone? Safelite repair, Safelite replace. But as many of us have changed, right, and the customer experiences have changed, customers want everything right now to their door. In fact, I would have to argue that Safelite might have been the first Amazon. We came to you. There weren't trucks that delivered things a long time ago that were blue that said Prime on them, right? You saw a Safelite repair van coming out. And so that has been a big change, too, that we've helped inspire and lead. We've always been a mobile-first, convenience-first company. And so when you think about that and what it means, not only is the consumer's expectation changing, but it's also about the fact that our industry is also changing. And so we've adapted the mindset that as the market leader, we have a responsibility. Recalibration has probably been the best thing that's ever happened to our industry. It put forward-facing cameras in all vehicles starting in 2022 and even earlier. And the great thing about the automotive manufacturers is they all did it in their own way, which meant as an aftermarket repair specialist, we had to figure out how to make it all work together for our people and for customers to keep it simple. And so we've invested in technology, but recalibration means they put the camera in the windshield. Why? So these little fingers of ours didn't touch it and mess it up. Couldn't put it on a bumper in case you hit something. So it's really been a new change to our industry. We are now vehicle repair, replacement, and recalibration. And we aren't changing our jingle. We're just going to keep it a good 2x2 for now. So that's been a really big part of our change. And we have an obligation to serve, because if your vehicle windshield isn't recalibrated correctly, you will get in an accident and think your brake sensors work and your lane departure works. And that's not okay by us. In addition, the size of the windshields, if you've noticed, are going up. And if you look at the thing on the right, electrification, EV vehicles, those batteries are heavy. So you're seeing aluminum vehicles, you're also seeing lots of glass. Now, we love lots of glass. And we love that they had to make it just a little bit thinner, because it's going to break more often. But it's big. It is really big. Have you seen some of the Teslas? It actually curves all the way up to the sunroof. It's a 4-man set. That's not an easy piece of glass to put on a truck or a pallet. So we have to completely redesign our supply chain. And then you've got something like the Rivian. 27 sales locations, 50 states, no service. So we have to figure out how to serve these, because our insurance partners, they expect it. You have a claim, we've got to fix it. And so it's really made a big change and shift in how we think. So market leadership, the technology just to be the market leader, has required great innovation from us. In addition, we need to make it easier for our customers, that end-to-end experience. And one of the things that means is that we have to make it easier for our people. We have a lot of manual processes. We have a lot of different things that AI and machine learning can help us with. We need to access data faster and build analytics and insights, not just data process. And so we are giving our team new tools to help support our growth, to help us scale. We're also doing it so you can have that end-to-end experience. But this takes big adoption from our users and a lot of effort. But the real secret and the magic here, in my opinion, is about the mindset. And it's not just making it easier, understanding the complexity and mastering it, but it's also about the how. And so we have introduced a new leadership mindset at Safelite. We've always been a purpose-driven organization. We exist to deliver unexpected happiness in people's everyday lives. It's pretty lofty for a windshield company, but we've never really thought of ourselves as a windshield company. And yet, that's just not enough. We need our teams. As a 75-year-old company, I have a technician today who's retiring after 33 years of installing windshields. I'll give him a call after this. But that's the culture of Safelite. People stay a long time, and so how do you take the tenured organization as well as the new generation and help them work together in a way that allows you to keep pace, that allows you to stay up with the changes, that actually makes them easy to embrace? And so we have 3 new leadership principles. The first one is, how do you work functional to organizational? And this means getting rid of the silos. Silos in thinking, you still need great functional leaders. You need experts in their space. You need them to build their teams and their talents, to internally grow your people. But also, how do you work together in a common way? Because things happen too fast that the functions, all working on their own things, won't deliver the total good that the company needs at this pace of change. So how do we do that differently? The next one is, how do you embrace and inspire change? We all think we do that really well, but if that were true, some of us wouldn't be talking about fixed and growth mindset. Some of us don't do that well. And part of it's because when we do it, we make the change so big, it's hard. Change can happen every day. It doesn't have to be Herculean, but it can just be the expectation. And how do you introduce that into an organization so that they start to get comfortable with it? And leaders can talk about it without having to be blue sky and such a big picture. And then the third one is really probably the hardest. We've been a company that's been growing. The last 10 years have been very good to us, high growth. And when you grow, you go. You run, you stretch hard, you pull, you're that insurgent. You do what you do if it was your own money. But at the same time, we need to think about what's next. And yet you're running a business and you're catching your volume. And so how do you not only think about today, but how do you think about what's coming next? And how do you prepare your organization to do both? You can't just do one or the other. Great strategies need heart and culture to implement them. And how do you get the head space to think a little bit ahead, but bring the heart with you in the day-to-day to keep there? And so don't take my word for it. As Pat mentioned, I do have a video. It's from our team. It's from our team about what it means to be uniquely Safelite. And we believe that if we do these 3 leadership principles, if we work together, we have common goals, if we inspire and embrace change and make it okay to go through change, and if we can actually think now and start to look into next, that's what will make the difference for us. And that's what Safelite is all about.
At Safelite, we're more than just a glass company.
Because we know to be the greatest, most trusted, and admired service brand,
you have to be ready to do new things
and take on new challenges.
Because to achieve what you never have,
you must do things you've never done.
See things in new ways.
Support new ideas.
And lift up new voices.
This is building on a foundation of customer-driven service.
And expanding it to go further.
For our people,
Our customers,
our clients,
our community,
our environment.
It's a new leadership mindset with the same purpose.
And fewer barriers between us.
So we can share our experiences, our points of view, and our success.
Together, as one team.
With one purpose.
one name.
Because we are more than just a glass company.
We are uniquely Safelite.
And we're just getting started.